We are at Mermet Lake Conservation Area, which is a part of the Illinois DNR properties. It's actually part of the Waterfowl Flyway. And this is a property we've been visiting for over 25 years and have had just tremendous support, particularly from Chris McGinnis and the state of Illinois people. We're lucky enough to have them allow us to do a lot of things here that we did before a lot of this stuff was banned. So we have infrastructure in place here, facilities in place here, and after having come here for 25 years, it is without a doubt probably the best site we visit in terms of the way the range is set up, the way the parking is set up, the vendors are set up. I mean, everything that we need to make an event successful, the components are all right here. Mermet Lake is located next to Metropolis, Illinois. So when you come to Metropolis, everything in this town is Superman. They have a Superman museum. They have a big 20-foot Superman statue. And you go in the shops and the stores and it's all Superman. In fact, they got drinks in some of the bars here that are the Superman or the Kryptonite. And so it gives it a completely different flavor. There's a really nice Harrah's casino here for people to enjoy. We're not that far from Paducah, which has all the big amenities. We're actually looking at weather this weekend that's going to stay in the 80s the entire time, which is unheard of for this time of year. No rain. We almost feel like maybe we went to the wrong place this time. We're going to do something here as far as the pro shoot down on Saturday night. That's a new opportunity for us here. It's something we've never done in this part of the country. That shoot down is going to be held at Fort Massac, which is it's been there since the 1700s. It was actually established by the French. When we go there, we're actually going to be shooting at an area that overlooks the Ohio River and Fort Massac. So it's going to be really neat, something unique and something very different. So Saturday night's going to be a lot of fun. We're trying to make sure that all the leaders who are competing for Shoot of the Year are put into groups where they have a eyeball to eyeball. I want to see what you're doing. I where I have to stand. There's a lot of money up for stake. I mean, our Shoot of the Year program is going to pay back tens of thousands of dollars on Saturday and Sunday, and that's not the kind of money you give away lightly. You want to make sure a guy feels like he had a fair shot at it. So Shoot of the Year makes a whole different kind of a component to this. Now, one of the things that happens with the ASA Classic is that if you shot during the year in your state federation, we have over 350 clubs in the United States. If you shot in your federation, you shot in your state championship, you qualify to come to the Classic even if you haven't gone to a pro-am all year. So we actually have a combination of having all the guys been competing all year for Shoot of the Year coming in after, and been campaigning, along with a whole new group of guys who've never even been to an ASA Pro-Am before. So you got the sublime and the ridiculous when it comes to having to deal with agendas. So that's another reason we want to make sure that the guys in Shooter of the Year aren't suddenly paired up with three guys who've never been here before. We always announce the schedule for next year at the Classic, and we put the schedule up yesterday. We've already got some feedback. Unfortunately, when you start making schedules and you look at the size of the event we have now and how we put the ranges together and how we put the facilities together, we had a real big concern about the Augusta facility because the Corps of Engineers actually owns that property. They manage that property. And there was a couple ranges out there that last year were lost because they basically went in because of a beetle infestation and took out everything. There are some parts of the ranges that we're using now that have also been marked for removal. And if that had happened, we would have lost another 2 or 3, 4 ranges. And so they would not have a capacity to put an event on. And so basically my conversation with the Augusta people was not the fact that we didn't appreciate everything they'd done for us, but the concern was, are we going to have a facility we can actually rely on for an event next year? And in the meantime, I got to get everybody else in line and plan. And a lot of the facilities we go to, this is a perfect example. We've been coming here for over 20 years. The relationship is so good and the participation and everything is so strong that you've got to keep them in the rotation. Now, we will be going back to Coleman next year. We know there's been some concerns about the Coleman housing issues. We hope that by moving away one more time and saying, look, either treat us fairly, we won't be here, that's going to give them the understanding that we need their support, particularly from the hotels. But the Coleman facilities are making some changes to the ranges there. It's making better. The one thing about working with Cam that I really, really appreciate is that you guys have a very even hand about how you present all of it. Whether it's the pro classes, the amateur classes, the communities we visit. In other words, you're basically trying to showcase all of the things that ASA presents or any event you guys go to. You're as concerned about how the event comes together and all the people that are there, not just 1 or 2 guys who might be getting a big check from their sponsors. Everybody feels like they're part of it. And I think it's that same thing of the integrity, the fairness, the equity of what you're doing. You don't have an agenda other than making sure that people enjoy what they're seeing and understand archery better and know where they can fit into this. And so We've had people show up here at our events from Europe that were coming here for something else and said, well, we saw this we thought this would be something fun to do. We've had people from Scandinavia show up, and so we know that you guys are presenting us to a whole new audience of people, not in just America, but across the entire world. And that's exciting. And in fact, this weekend we have people here from South Africa, we have people from Europe, we have people from, we have our Australian guys here, the crazy mates. So CAM has been everything and more than what we had hoped for when we partnered up with you all, and we just look forward to making this grow even bigger.